some coffees oily? Is oily better? Nope, oily is not better. I would actually say that you want to avoid coffees with oils on them. Oils come from a few things. One, they come from a darker roast degree, and they also come with age. So typically if you're getting something that's really oily, it's old. So just don't use it. Can you explain the difference between cappuccino, latte, and espresso? So espresso is kind of our base beverage that we get out of our espresso machine. That is when we put our coffee into our portafilter, we brew it under pressure, and we get an espresso. It's a small beverage, 1 to 2 ounces. When it comes to a cappuccino or a latte, you take that as your base and then you add milk to it. I kind of like to think if you are a bartender, espresso is kind of like your liquor, and then from there you make a margarita or a blended margarita or a tequila sunrise, whatever it may be. And that's kind of what baristas do, right? They take this base ingredient and they make tons of other different beverages that are still really delicious and interesting depending on what you're in the mood for. How much milk should I put in my latte? However much you want. My dad only drinks Folgers types coffees. If I was to get him a bag of Klatch, which one should I get? I would go with something really simple. I would either start with our Mocha Java or our Onyx blend. I think those are two really great entry-level coffees that everybody tastes like, oh, this is really nice. And it's also not overly intimidating. I would stay away from something like a Kenya. He might drink that and be like, oh, what did you put in my coffee? Because it's just so different. Coffee's a journey, you know what I mean? And so don't think that you've got somebody who's crawling, they're now gonna run a marathon. It's kind of the way that I would put it. You kind of help people step by step, just appreciate, give them something that they're somewhat familiar but a little bit better, and then just kind of continue to progress from there. Does roast level change what grind size I should use? Yep, it absolutely does. How do you know what you need? Ultimately, it comes down to taste, and then you can kind of use that grind, dose, and time. That's kind of my coffee trinity, if you will, for any type of brewing, any type of extraction. You're always playing with those three to make them balance out together. Any tricks to save time in the morning? I want to make an Americano but don't have lots of time. Yes, buy an espresso machine that has an automatic start time. So I have an Oracle Touch at home by Breville, and it automatically starts up at 5:55 every morning because I get home from the gym at 6:05, so everything is ready to go for me. So I've got my cup of coffee from the time I walk into the kitchen. I am walking out with it 1 minute later. It is perfect. Would I adjust my grind setting based on how fresh my coffee is? Yep, you absolutely will. Typically, I run things a little bit faster when they're fresher, and I run things a little bit slower when they're a little bit older off roast date. How do I know what device to brew with? Does it change per coffee? Yes and no, okay? You can brew with any device you have and any device you want, and you can make really good coffee. Now, if I'm going to compete, I want to find the absolute perfect pairing, right? Which is why, for instance, if I'm competing with a geisha, we tend to use Kalitas, because it's been that perfect combination that we've seen for those particular coffees. Does that mean a Kalita makes the best cup of coffee for every coffee that you have? No, definitely not. It also depends on how many people are you brewing for at a time. If I have a family over of 4, I don't want to sit there and make 4 Kalitas. I want to enjoy the conversation and enjoy the coffee, so I do a Chemex, or I do a pot of coffee. Yes, you can still batch brew at home. So it's really what are your needs that you're trying to fulfill. If you're trying to fulfill, hey, I want to make great coffee for a group of people, then use the apparatus that allows you to do that. If you say, hey, I want to make this perfect Kenya, I would experiment with something like a V60 and a different brewing method. If you say, I don't want to put that much thought into my coffee, buy a batch brewer. So there's lots of different options out there for you, just kind of depending on what need are you trying to fulfill.